Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers and RC with us tonight. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Shout out.
Going good.
Shout out the Rattlers of FAMU. Go Rattlers.
What college is that?
FAMU.
Florida A&M.
Florida A&M.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, man, you got to get up to speed. Now, you don't know what FAMU is.
I thought that who it was, but I wasn't for sure. Man, I'm tired, man. You know how it is. Sometimes it takes time for stuff to connect. So,
a bit.
Man, what a week in the NFL. I know some of my parlays was jacked up because of a couple of teams.
Yeah, mine sure was.
Three teams in mind.
Mine were the Seattle Lions game.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other? The Falcons and Packers.
Yes.
I played the Packers plus like 3.5, so I was ahead on them.
The Cardinals and the Giants.
Yeah,
I picked
Cardinals
the Giants outright.
Yeah, I think I picked the Giants outright too. No, I didn't. I picked them by 3 or something like that.
They covered that. If you picked them by 3, they covered.
They covered that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they covered that. It was the Buccaneers and Bears. Justin Fields, you are dead to me.
Yeah, you did pick. Yeah,
I think I picked the Cardinals to win that game.
Las Vegas threw me off because I had them like plus 9, and they definitely got blown out. So that's the one that did me in.
All right.
Oh, and the Titans and the Chargers.
Titans and Chargers.
Oh,
that's the main
God.
one. That's the main one. Cause I thought for sure the Chargers gonna win at least by 7, at least by a touchdown. So I did it 3. I like, yeah, they're gonna beat them by 3.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start putting insurance on my underdog now. I think I've been losing too many times by one game.
I put insurance on mine.
I don't do that.
I don't.
I'm gonna start doing it now.
I need to.
Y'all don't?
You right about that? No.
Really?
Bro, I'm talking about
I want it all.
I've been one player off too many times. I'm like, I'm done. I'll take that little cut in the money.
Now you right. See, I've been feeling the same way about underdog. But I mean, like this past weekend, my betting, like you seen Saturday night, like my Saturday card was amazing. And then Colorado, I should have known better. See, I should have known better.
Got into the height.
Man, I had everything right except them covering the spread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Robbery game, man, is tough.
See, I didn't. You know, I did that Friday. Saturday with me thinking. I was thinking, well, I mean, you can't change it. You got to think about the rivalry, especially the way Dion and the guy was talking. So
right.
I didn't bring it into mind. It's small things like that you do have to consider with these games.
Yeah, because Colorado State, they were fired up, and they were playing dirty out there. They wanted it all, so they put out all types of stuff.
I knew in the first quarter that Colorado was gonna cover. I knew that.
Right.
Just how the energy was going.
that and just, I mean, you can honestly look at a lot of these games and you kind of tell how it's gonna go, especially you know, if something like jumps out of your eye early, you can tell the way the games are gonna go.
I'm gonna tell you a game that got me was Alabama.
What's that?
Alabama got me.
No, I knew. No, I didn't bet on. I left Alabama alone. Cause that whole quarterback thing, him switching quarterbacks, and that threw me off. I like, I'm staying away from them.
But that's the beauty of it, though. See Vegas and these experts are putting these college teams so high. As you seen me this past week, I went, you know, like the plus 42.5 with whoever Michigan was playing. I had you know, I had South Carolina plus 28.5. I knew Georgia wasn't about to beat them by no 28. Hell, they couldn't cover against worse teams than that. You know, so like I said, just teams like that. But like I said, I got caught up in the Colorado hype, and you know, like that. You know, if you're being real, like if you're betting any college team that's playing a, you know, equal opponent, Division I wise, like 24 is a big number. Like I'm quite sure people think Oregon's probably gonna blow Colorado out. That's a big number to cover.
Mm.
It really is.
And this is not Chip Kelly's Oregon. So I don't know who Oregon Ducksies is, but this ain't Chip Kelly's Oregon. It's gonna be a fight.
Yeah. RC, I found a little video that of this quarterback throwing, so I thought about Trey Lance and Tim Tebow and who's another quarterback, Phillip Rivers, but I never seen a throw motion like this. I want you to look at it. Let me bring this down. So oh, here it is. All right, I want you to look at this. Tell me what you think.
Look at that sidearm swing. Field will be open. Look at that sidearm swing underneath it. First minute, here it is. Two safety look. You just pick your matchup, and there it is. You called it.
I never in my life.
He got it there. He put it in a good spot too.
Actually, not bad at all.
But he
actually there is not. It's like to me, I compare it to Reggie Miller's shoot the three, his hands crosses like that, or you know, long as he finishing right here when he shoot the ball, he good. But it's like that was actually a beautiful throw if you really look at it. Like
it was, but yikes!
Comes out of his hand quick, man. That's the key.
He did it with no effort. It's like effortless, man.
That's like he about to throw his elbow out, man. He bring that ball way down. So I thought you would like that since Trey Lance had the wind up motion. Thought you would appreciate that.
The wind up motion is worse. Tebow, Trey Lance, that's worse than that.
Yeah.
You know, he's just sidearm sling like he's, you know, pulling the pistol. He's about to draw. You know, he's getting rid of it.
Oh no, man. So we had a game picks this week.
I probably did bad, like, man.
All right, so this is surprising. T. Wright led the way with the game picks. He went 11-5.
Wow.
I went 10-6. RC, Flowers, and Gatwood all went 9-7.
Whoa! How did I go 9-7?
All right, you picked. Let me show the ones you got wrong. All right, you picked the Bengals. No, you picked the Ravens. You picked the Lions. Got that one wrong. You picked the Chargers. You got that one wrong.
Yeah, I did too.
You picked the Giants.
The Giants.
You picked
right. Oh, the Giants won.
Not Giants, the Jets. You picked the Jets.
Okay, that's what. That's 3.
Yeah, 3.
You picked the Broncos.
That's 4.
What I picked, the Commander? Well, just stick with here.
You picked the Broncos. Everybody picked the Broncos.
I thought I went 10-6 this week.
No, you picked the Browns.
That's 5.
You picked the Packers.
6.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm missing a game.
So you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him.
No, what do you mean? Oh, one.
Wait a second. So wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute.
What do you mean? Wait a minute.
I be keeping up with this. I could have sworn I was.
All right, here's all right. I'll name the teams you got right. It's easier for me because I'm looking at the scores and everything. All right, Eagles.
Pick the Eagles.
Count how many it is. Eagles.
2.
Eagles. Bills. Ravens.
3.
Bucks.
Giants.
4. Giants 5.
Chiefs.
6.
Colts.
7.
49ers.
8.
Cowboys.
Dolphins.
9.
Oh, the Saints.
10. Thank you.
Okay, I know. Okay, let me see mine. Let me see.
No, RC, you the same. You the same.
You see, you try to get me.
All right, RC, you want to go through yours?
I picked the 49ers, the Colts.
Hold on, I got the list right here. RC, you going out of? Okay. I got you right here. All right, RC, you had the Eagles, Bills, Bucks.
I got that right. Eagles, Bills, Bucks, Chiefs,
Colts,
49ers, 6,
Giants,
7,
Dolphins,
8,
Saints,
9.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like I picked that.
You picked the Browns.
No, I didn't. I don't remember.
You Flowers and Gatwood picked the Browns.
They should have won. Thank you.
Hey, they should have won. But look, so this is the thing. If you betted any money this weekend, the games that really, like we talked about, the Chargers, they were locks. Some of them games were locks.
They were way late. Green Bay too.
Did you realize the freaking Falcons and the Bucks are undefeated? There's 3 teams in the
NFC South.
Is undefeated. That's crazy.
Bucks are more surprising. I'm not really shocked by the Falcons.
They were trending last year. But
yeah, the Bucks are kind of surprising. But
yeah, they shouldn't beat the Vikings. Yeah,
they shouldn't beat the Vikings.
All right, so here's the game picks. Just add. I can change it after the show. Just add one of yours, Flowers. But here we go. It's still looking. Hey, you still got Mountain Climb, Flowers.
Mountain Climb.
He gonna come back to earth. He gonna come back to earth.
I took a gamble on the Jets.
Hey, the Detroit Lions screwed me up mountain to climb. Look where you at.
So, all right, see you last now.
18 and 14.
Hey, look, this is the thing. We all got winning records. You and Gatwood we can catch you in Gatwood easy.
Exactly.
This week.
I just played around last year, I was just trying to do y'all solid.
But how you got the thing? You got yourself in 4th place though. It's got listed 4.
No,
that's last year.
See, last year ranked.
Oh, last year ranked. Okay.
Yeah. So
the
tide has turned.
You make sure you fix that picture. 18.
Hey, you don't want your name to be dead last. All right, I'll switch you to RC. That's cool.
It's all good. We'll be better this week.
So Flowers went 18 and 14. So he's tied with T. Wright. T. Wright making a comeback. He's making a push.
He'll be right behind you.
Well, we just taking chances. We played 2 weeks. I could easily kept my Cowboys.
Isn't it amazing? But look, it's like a 2-game league, 3-game league. It's not that you're not
a game or 2.
Right. All right. Enough of that. So, I'm staying on top. I'm just letting y'all guys know. I ain't leaving.
The Lions will get their act together. The Lions.
Tell me about it.
Good.
So we're gonna start off with the Packers and Falcons. The Falcons beat the Packers late in the 4th, 25-24. Flowers, what did you see from the Packers that that you didn't like or dislike? That you liked or disliked?
I'm gonna go with the dislike before the like. I mean, it's easy to play with a lead, but you find out the kind of quarterback you got when the pressure comes mounting. And I just feel like Green Bay had the whole game, for the first 3 quarters, and then here comes Atlanta, and 2-3 different possessions late in the fourth quarter, Jordan Love and company had a chance to get anything going, and it left Atlanta, to keep scratching and clawing, and Atlanta pulled it out.
Yeah, one thing I didn't like about that fourth quarter, I think when they had a drive, I think there was a score or something like that, 6 points, something like that, and they start playing soft, man. They start like play to win the game. Y'all trying to eat the clock up and stuff like that. Like you already driving. The Falcons couldn't really stop you the whole game. Y'all stopping yourselves. With Jordan Love throwing incomplete passes, he throwing his passes kind of high and off target, but they were moving the ball on the Falcons. So I feel like it was the best time to seal the game, keep moving it, and just pull it away. RC, are you sold on the Falcons?
I believe the Falcons are trending in the right direction. Last year had some big wins. Of course, we beat the Niners last year. They played well at home. I feel like they don't use Kyle Pitts and Drake London correctly. Because they're a run-based team, they kind of like we are. You expecting the quarterback to throw the ball a lot, you crazy. They're gonna run the ball and they're gonna play good defense. So I'm not surprised, but I just feel like to me they I dropped Kyle Pitts today. I just can't do it.
I seen that.
I can't do it, man. Listen. I'm 0-2, and as a defending champion, starting out 0-2, it looking really shitty on my end with the players.
You in the gutter.
Yeah, so I feel like they don't know how to use 2 big time players. Like trade them, get rid of them, because you don't know how to use them. If you're gonna play that style, that running, really play like the Eagles used to play before they got AJ Brown. Get rid of Kyle Pitts because he's a weapon.
Right. 2 things about that. We saw Drake London. I believe he have any catches last game. So that kind of tell you, like, man, y'all not getting y'all star players involved. Like, I don't see Kyle Pitts running no screen pass, no slants, quick slants to give him, no pick plays. I don't know. I don't know what kind of routes he run. I need to see some video and see what kind of routes they have him running. Is he a deep threat? Are they using him as a deep threat? Are they working him in the middle of the field? I don't know.
He can have a ball. We talk deep ball. I think for me, man, he reminds me of Evan Ingram, Darren Waller, that type of tight end that can line up and create mismatches. You can even put him outside, but they don't have a quarterback.
True.
Period.
Ritter, oh my word.
They don't have a quarterback.
You gotta give Ritter a little credit though, because he helped bring them back. He made some throws.
Well, it was a running game. That running game wore out the Packers. It wore them now.
Yeah.
And you saw it in the game. And another thing, Falcons. Give Bijan Robinson the ball when y'all in the red zone. It's not that hard. Like they went through Algeria a couple times. They had multiple times to convert. They got kind of lucky. I think Ritter scrambled for a touchdown.
Yeah, Ritter scrambled.
Yeah, but why do they stop using Bijan Robinson when they get close to the red zone? It blows my mind.
Agree.
I think Deshaun Watson made a mistake, and Lamar Jackson. Looking at it now, I think if you put Deshaun Watson or you put Lamar Jackson on the Atlanta Falcons, they're a true contender. They are a dynamic quarterback away. They're right there.
Especially Lamar.
Yeah. All right. Next game. Bills beat the egg-sucking dogs 38-10. The Raiders. The Bills just blew out the Raiders 38-10. RC, Jimmy, what did you see from Josh Allen that you like? Okay, just the Josh Allen I know.
Well, the Raiders aren't world beaters. And then if Josh Allen don't beat himself, they're gonna be hard to beat. He bounced back. I didn't think he would have 2 bad games, but I think it's gonna be a continuation of him fighting with himself all year. It's good Josh Allen versus bad Josh Allen, but he looked better and they look like a well-oiled machine, and the Raiders do what the Raiders do. They inconsistent. So
all right, it was just the Bills were on it first snap. It was pedal to the metal, and Josh Allen made some big time throws. Flowers, the Raiders, man, Josh Jacobs ended up with -2 rushing yards.
Yeah, you know, I got him a fantasy team, so I was looking at that. But the catch helped, though. The catches helped me.
What can the Raiders do to get this offense going?
I think they just ran into a buzzsaw this past weekend, man. The Bills, from the looks of it, they came out and played with a lot of, energy and like they had something to prove after losing, that Monday night game. But the Raiders got to do better, man. They got to figure out a way to get Jacobs going. And I think a lot of the offenses in the league right now are struggling because of preseason. Yes, I said it, preseason. The defenses are ahead, especially like teams like the Raiders. They got Jimmy Garoppolo in the offseason. You're not playing them in the preseason, so they're behind. Devontae did get a touchdown catch. He had a pretty good play.
He had a good game.
Other than that, the Bills had their way. And I know the stats will show you Josh threw it 37 times and they had 35 attempts. Now, that's the kind of balance they need. But I feel like the only way they got that balance is because they was blowing out the Raiders, so they had no choice but to throw the ball. Now, they need to, when they playing better competition, implement it and have that balance then.
Right, because they got good running backs in the back of the Bills too, so they need to run the ball as much as possible. Like, you don't have to rely on Josh Allen arm all the freaking time. RC, do the Raiders
3 carries for Josh Allen?
3 carries. See, and another thing I want to point out about the Josh Allen run too. Tell him to stop trying to hurdle players. I don't know if you saw it or not. Dude, y'all hurdle a whole pack. I don't just say a whole pack. I just saw a whole bunch of white jerseys at that goal line, and he tried to hurdle all of them and got stuck. I don't know, man. I don't know if he'd ever get that out of him, but he need to stop before he get really hurt, trying to hurdle 3 or 4 guys at the same time. RC, how long do the Raiders stay with Jimmy G?
Aiden O'Connell will be the starting quarterback probably about week 5 or week 6. I'm gonna tell you, Jimmy gonna get hurt. I don't wish no injury on nobody, but Jimmy, his body is breaking down. But I'm gonna give him some credit because his ability to adapt to any type of situation. Like you can drop Jimmy is the cat that came back the very next day. You can drop Jimmy off in the middle of nowhere. He's gonna compete. He's gonna fight. I call him the egg sucking dog because it's a dog sucking the egg. That just don't even sound right. It just fits him because he just don't. It seems like to me, he gets himself in situations where, he puts himself in situations where he's out of character. It's not who you are. You're not a gunslinger. I'll say this in closing. I believe in keeping quarterbacks. I don't give a damn who they is under 30, at least 35 attempts or less. You don't need 50 attempts from your quarterback. You need balance in the league to win a Super Bowl and to really dethrone Patrick Mahomes. Because if you can run the football, you can keep his ass over there on the sideline. And
get the defense tired.
Yeah, and so man, like, this ain't rocket science, but I ain't no NFL coach. But come on, Josh Allen, you were gonna win every time you keep him on the 50 throws. So.
Right. That's what I've been saying about Dak. He don't need to be throwing it that many times a game. All right. The Ravens beat the Bengals 27-24. Flowers, is the Bengals ship on fire? Is it sinking?
Got some leaks in it. I'll admit it. I think me and you had a conversation Sunday. We were texting back and forth, and I told you they were in trouble. Joe got a calf, but the calf injury still bothering him. Him being out so long, this offense is set behind. And like I said earlier last week when we were doing the game picks, I don't know the true identity of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right.
And I think it's served right because I don't think the defense is good. They lost too many pieces for us to sit up here and be like, well, they're going to be great like they were last year. They are a no-name defense, and even you got Jesse Bates and other amongst Von Bell and other people left. So I don't know who's back there. So Lamar and them, I feel like they controlled the game a good bit. It's a lot of back and forth with them, but you can just tell, especially Joe and Jamar Chase, man, they were not looking in sync. Now T looked pretty good this past weekend, but the past 2 games Jamar Chase and Joe haven't really looked good. Now you got the problems with his calf, and we're about to see. You know, I don't know who they play this week, but don't they play
I don't have the schedule.
the Rams? I think they play the Rams.
No, I think I
think it's the Rams.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, they do play against the Rams.
They're gonna be in trouble this week.
They are in some trouble.
Yeah, because the
Rams are a whole lot better than we thought.
Yeah, they play together. They play together. They play as a unit.
RC, I mean, Flowers, you brought this point that you don't know who's back there for the Cincinnati Bengals. Apparently, nobody. They ranked 28 in defense. I know it's only week 2, but 2 games showing that defense is not where it used to be. Everybody like, well, the Bengals start off slow. Well, compared to last year, like you said, they had defense and they wasn't losing games. They lost division games, but they wasn't losing out of division games like that. Mm-hmm. So it just comes down to if Joe Burrow is on the same page as his receivers. We saw T. Higgins go for 0 catches, but he had a big game this past game. It just really come down to if their defense can play up to par from last year. RC, has Lamar found his try yet, or he's still searching?
No. First of all, they wasted money on Odell Beckham Jr. It's gonna come
He's
back
out.
To haunt
He's
him.
hurt.
It's gonna come back to haunt him at some point because he still don't have any receivers that he can truly consistently count on. And everybody in the world knows that Andrews, that's what the ball's going to Andrews, and then his running game is again injured. His defense is injured. The matchups have been favorable the last 2 weeks. When he started to play against teams that can stop the run or force him to throw the ball 30 times, then it's gonna be the same thing. Now he gonna do what he do. He's a special, unique, talented kid. It's just the pieces around him, the inconsistency from all the other areas, injury-prone team, and of course the Bengals going through the same thing, man. Like they snake bitten. I just think the Bengals. We need to remember this. Football is about 3 levels, and on a D line, the linebacker crew, and secondary, they don't have a star. They have nobody. Hadn't had one when they went to the Super Bowl that you just scared of. Got to block that guy, and you got to have that. So. Yeah, that was a weird game. I watched that game. That was a weird game.
Yeah, it seemed both of them started off slow. I was wondering when Lamar and them boys going to the last game they started off slow.
Burrow better chill out before he tears Achilles because that's the calf and Achilles that's connected. You better chill out, because that thing will go.
So right now the corners. For the Bengals are Cam Taylor-Britt. Y'all know him? He must be a rookie or something. Oh, he's 2 years, so basically he's a rookie. And the other guy is Chidobe
Awuzie.
Yeah, Awuzie. Yeah, I heard about.
Yeah, I know who Awuzie is.
Yeah, Awuzie.
They lost Von Bell and Jesse Bates. Like you can tell, definitely can tell with that. But I just, like I said, we don't know what Cincinnati is. Defensively, like I said, it's not like they have a top 5 defense.
Well,
right.
Uwaba. I'm gonna say this, man. This is the thing I struggle with the Bengals. What the hell you put? Where your money at? What the hell you put your money at, bro? Because look, you made it to the Super Bowl without an offensive line. Yep. You made it to the Super Bowl, 3 levels of your defense. Nobody that you really just scared of. Bates and Von Bell were good glue guys, but they're not guys you just afraid of. You got to account for. And then on the offensive side of the ball, like you got a guy, Burrow has got to be the most snake-bitten quarterback in the last 4 or 5 years, just injury-prone. It's because he ain't no protection. But dude, where's the money? Where you spend your money on?
Cincinnati's cheap. Always been cheap.
Yeah, they never pay their corners. They never keep their corners long.
And the only reason they had to pay Joe. They had no choice. But Joe Burrow wasn't there, they'd be terrible still, not paying anybody. You heard Martin Lewis and Chad Johnson them used to say back before they started winning, like the practice facilities were terrible, everything else. The Bengals are cheap.
Right. Damn, I don't even see that.
And they that who they shit. Come on, bro. Ain't no who that. Like how you take the who that and go with the who.
Well, they
I
had it.
gotta do my research before I say that because Bengals.
They said they had it
from
first.
somebody.
They said they had it first, but I don't know.
Hey, you know what? They did have it first, just like Mobile had Mardi Gras. Y'all don't do nothing but steal down there in Louisiana, man. Y'all realize, bro. Y'all don't do nothing. I'm sorry, Cincinnati.
Man, no, it's just who they. It's just a northern version of who that. That's all it is.
No,
that's
bro.
all
Y'all
it
stole
is.
Mardi Gras and y'all stole who they and turned it to who that, bro. Y'all is something serious, bro. And y'all took our red beans from Mississippi and added more salt and seasoning on pepper. Like y'all put more onions. We put hamburger meat. Come on, bro. Y'all don't do nothing but steal. God, dog.
The Seahawks beat the Lions 37-31. RC, what did the Lions do to lose this game?
You remember how Daddy was rubbing his head or somebody rubbing their head in front? The Lions pissed me off so bad. I'm so tired of them. Man, y'all don't understand. I be trying to ride with the Lions. All of us on the panel want to see the Lions succeed, dude. They so. How does Seahawks beat you? How, bro? How?
Turnovers.
I'm every time, man.
This is the most consistent team in football.
Yeah, Jared Goff had a pick six. Montgomery fumbled on their own 25 from the third quarter. So they got actually. Then the Lions went. Then the Lions went for on fourth down on their own 45.
Dude,
like when would teams stop doing that crap?
This is your home opener, man.
Yep.
Right. Like, I think when they went for it on fourth down, it was like third quarter. No, yeah, I think it was like third, something like that. But they had the lead. All they had to do was just pin the team back and make them drive the whole length of the field. I don't
get it either, man. Analytics talking to him, man. That's what that is.
Sometimes you just gotta go to flow of the game. If you feel the energy is on your, if you feel the energy shifting, then pin them back, man.
I think they be believing the hype in themselves because listen, once they beat Kansas City and celebrate like they won a Super Bowl, then they probably looked at the score and Seattle got smashed by the Rams and they said the Rams got the worst roster in football. They was like, they gonna come in here and lay down. It's week 2. It is Pete Carroll. Come on, man.
So, Flowers, what can the Lions do to improve their defense? Cause as we can see, they are not holding up.
They need some dudes. More dudes, man. Plain and simple. I think Jack Campbell will grow up to be something pretty nice for him. But other than that, I think James Houston got hurt. Hutchinson, I don't think he was effective this past game.
Double.
They need somebody. Didn't Gardner Johnson get hurt also, I think?
I can't. I'm not
sure. Seattle tackles was out.
Both tackles were out. Like I don't even really think they even tickled Geno. Like they sacked him one time. Like that's not a recipe for anything. If you can't get pressure in the league, it's gonna be a back and forth game like you've seen this past week. But Seattle, you gotta give them credit, man.
Yeah, you do. They fought back when they was down, and right now the Lions secondary is ranked 26. So they're giving up some chunk plays. That's not. We thought the front four would help out some against Seattle, but apparently it didn't do too much because Seattle still able to move the ball up and down the field. The Lions gotta give it that. They can't be dropping games like that if they want to be a real contender. They gotta win games, especially in the lead. They can't have stupid turnovers like they had in this game. So hopefully they can correct the problem going into the next. All right. The Titans won up the Chargers 27-24. I'm gonna let Flower say this one. What you have to say to Staley and the Chargers?
We've been on Staley's ass for the past 2 years now.
Yep.
They need to get rid of him, man. It's becoming so apparent. They should have got rid of him after they let Jacksonville come back and win. You can't be a defensive coordinator and have the worst defense in the league. You let Ryan Tannehill lace you up. Ryan Tannehill. We just watched the Saints pick Ryan Tannehill off 3 times. And you see all these athletes, all these dudes on this roster of the Chargers, and they're bottom of the league in defense. It's unacceptable. And then, I mean, they had the lead majority of the game. Then they just let Tennessee just come back, just itch on back. And I had a feeling when we was picking the games Friday, Tennessee would F around and win this damn game. But try to give the Chargers the benefit of the doubt. Just like we might give them the benefit of the doubt, which I might pick the Vikings this week. Just because the Vikings are at home. I seen Tua lace them up. I seen Tannehill lace them up. So what's gonna stop Kirk Cousins?
Right, he gonna lace them up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right now, the Chargers are ranked dead last in pass defense.
With J.C. Jackson, Asante Samuels, Derwin James. Carry on, bro. Just don't make no damn sense.
Don't make no sense whatsoever.
RC. So what's next for the Chargers?
Like you said, the door. Kellen Moore gonna be the head coach by the middle of the season. They're gonna show Staley the door. He need to be out of there. First of all, I understand that names don't automatically mean you're gonna win. We saw the Philadelphia Eagles have an all-star team and couldn't win with that team back in the day. But what I do know, it ain't that hard. You're scoring enough points. Like they're scoring enough points. Mm-hmm. But the Titans are just like the freaking Seahawks. Every time I think they trending downwards, they win a game they don't supposed to win. And so the Chargers should have understood that we're playing a scrappy team. You got to really stomp them out. And I think, man, you're going to see the players start to turn on dude. Because if you look at Justin Herbert's numbers, he putting up numbers. He doing his part. Eckler was out, and they still had a good game. So I really feel like, man, Kellen Moore will be the coach. It might be earlier, sooner than later.
Well said, RC. Well said. It's frustrating to see this Charger team perform like this. And we saw the Saints beat the Titans. You can't tell me that my Saints are better than the Chargers. Like, it just shouldn't happen, especially with that high power offense. All these names on defense, we saw in previous years that this defense was elite. It's the same guys. They added J.C. Jackson. So what's the problem? Staley, I feel like he's losing his team. I think that was a strategic move to bring in Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Because they said, Staley, we saw what you did in the playoffs versus the Jaguars. You dropped the ball. So, hey, we're going to bring somebody to help you with the offense. And if you still dropping the ball, you're still not getting done, then we're going to see you the door. And right now, he's looking right at the exercise. He's looking dead at the exercise because this team should not be performing like this.
Yep.
And it falls on the head coach.
All that damn warming up and doing push-ups. Get your ass up. Like, let me tell you something. You don't care how many weights you can lift. I don't care how many yards you can run, how many jumping jacks you can do. You cannot lift L's off your ass right now. You need the team come together and play football. Like, do a push-up where you pushing the other team up off your ass. But right now, like you say, you're looking at the exercise.
Yeah, it's no way, no how. They 0-2. Who would have thought this Charger? I had this Charging team win the division, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just shocking to me that they play that their defense can't stop a nosebleed. Mm-hmm. Come on. All right. The Bears lose to the Buccaneers 17-27. Justin Fields, bro. You got me out here looking like a dang fool.
Not just
like a dang fool.
Like a weak kind of fool.
So I'm gonna show this little video, and I have no words right now. No words for Justin Fields. So this play led to a sack. As you can see, he pumps
multiple people. Wow.
He pumps and he just, I don't know. We saw, let's go back. We saw like the corner. He was sitting, he was thinking about it. But when Justin Fields pumps, he kind of go back to his right, and that leaves it wide open. And for some reason, he just didn't pull the trigger. I'm not gonna sit here and say I would have hit that pass, but come on, you're looking dead at the guy.
I'm gonna say this, man. I said this early in the group chat. I want y'all to think about this. when you draft a quarterback in the top 10, take Trey Lance out of it because he went to a team that had just come from the Super Bowl. When you take a team in the top, take a quarterback in the top 10, he going to a bad team. Bad offensive, defensive line, probably need a lot more than a quarterback. This kid has been, when you take a kid and put him in that environment, he's been there a few years now, he's shell-shocked. His confidence is gone. We beat these quarterbacks up, man, but we don't understand when these guys are brought in to be a savior. Do you realize Caleb Williams wants to stay in college versus getting drafted by whoever's gonna tank for him? And that's what the damn Cardinals did the other day, messed me up. Like these kids, that's why I said I don't buy this whole bus shit with. I don't care if it's Ryan Leaf. I don't care who it was. You're asked to come in and save an organization, but you need good offensive linemen and good skill players. And I think we're seeing Justin Fields' confidence, less confident and shell shock, bro. Just think about that now. You're asking a whole lot. Put Brock Purdy in Chicago.
Though. Yeah.
Put Brock Purdy in Chicago. I guarantee you'll be out the league.
It's just kind of confusing. He's supposed to be building on from what he did last year. And we're not even seeing that, though. That's what's confusing.
His confidence is gone.
Don't disagree with you, RC. But think about it. What was his strengths from last year?
The run game. He was running.
We're not seeing that.
Why are they going away from it?
That's the point.
The offensive coordinator, Luke Getsy, he doesn't get it.
He don't get it.
The last name tells it all. Why would you put Justin Fields in a situation to run a pro-style offense that Aaron Rodgers was running, and you trying to make this kid run it? You got to do what's best for the kid. You got to let Justin Fields use athleticism, get outside the pocket, make some throws. Do not have him just sitting back there, standing still, trying to make reads. Because honestly, from the clip we just seen, and I'm not going to pick on the kid because I wholeheartedly agree with RC. He doesn't trust what he sees. Mm-hmm. He's not trusting it. Yeah, it's wide open, but shit, he got to make the damn throw. And he doesn't trust what he sees. Because like he said, corner sitting right there, everything's moving so damn fast. And like I say, we sit up here and watch the games, but a lot of people don't understand everything is moving so fast. So he has to make a split decision that quick.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to F that up. So they need to simplify things for him. RPOs, do some stuff where he can pull and, throw some slants to DJ Moore. He got the talent to be able to, you can dump, you can run and dump things, make it simple for him, take some shots. But you got to simplify things for this young kid, man.
Man, let me ask you this before you move on. Why is it that Ohio State quarterbacks come into the league, and if they're not in the right system, they either become a wide receiver or they're out the league? Tell you why. I'll tell you why. It's not. I have changed my whole outlook on wide receivers from Ohio State and quarterbacks. They can play on the next level. These coaches need to go to Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, coaches like that who cater to the quarterback. Jimmy, you've seen it with Jimmy Garoppolo with Kyle Shanahan. They're not throwing the ball down the field. They nickel and diming the shit out of you, and then they hit you deep off play action after they ran the ball. If you watch Matthew Stafford play quarterback, that dude Puka Nua, whatever his name, dude had damn near 15, 17 catches, and I guarantee you one of them down 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. He tearing you up in the intermediate routes. So why not do that for Justin Fields? Because you're asking him, to be somebody else, and that's the problem with the quarterbacks, the coach he has. When I was looking at that, I'm saying, if I'm not confident, if I'm not used to doing it, I'm gonna do the same thing. He actually tucked his tail and ran. That's what makes it.
You're like, I don't do what I know how to do. What I know how to do. That's run. He ran right into the line.
And this is his audition. This is his audition because Chicago hold the cards because Eberflus and Poles and them, they didn't draft Justin Fields. Mm-hmm. So they can easily get rid of him because, hell, from the looks of it, like Carolina going to be a top 5 pick and Chicago. So they're going to have 2 first-round picks, maybe top 5 picks.
Right.
Yeah, maybe they brought in this new OC to implement this offense for the next quarterback coming in. So they draft the guy, who they want, like Kellen Williams. They see Kellen Williams like, oh, he can run this style offense. So let's go and implement the offense. Then we just get Justin Fields out here if he can't do the job. Simple as that. It's a win-win. So it's just crazy that this is happening right now. I expect Justin Fields to leap to another level, but when you having coaches not calling the right plays for you, this is what it looks like. Bad.
Let me say this before you move on. The NFL is not college. This is not system based. It's about what the hell your players can do. Plain and simple.
I always thought about that though. As a coach, you would think you would want to cater to what your players do best. I always thought that as a coach. I thought that was common sense on a college level, any type of level. Any level. I always thought about that. Like, I'm over here coaching flag football, and I it's flag, but your quarterback still got to throw football. I'm not having my QB chunk the ball downfield. I mean, I know he's not good at hitting deep passes. No, we're gonna work our way down. Like, I always just thought about that, catering to what the guy does best.
Think about,
but you know how some of the coaches are. They want to put up points. If you're not putting up points, it's not working.
Think about the quarterbacks that came into the league that was similar to Justin Fields, like Todd Boyd, just Vince Young, Pat White. They never really got a chance to play. These are great college quarterbacks. You mean tell me you just get to the league? They want to make the NFL seem so hard and difficult and fast. You know what making fast or make it hard, it's because you're a traditionalist and you're trying to you stuck in this mold.
Yep.
Simplicity is everything. On defense, they simplify the defense. That's why the Cowboys and the Niners and the Colts, they're playing a simple. It's all gas, no brakes. They ain't nothing exotic about what they're doing.
See what you hit.
I'm gonna get my fastest 4 defensive linemen. I'm gonna have speed at linebacker and cornerbacks that can cover, and we're gonna get after you at. In the National Football League, that's why the Chiefs are Super Bowl champs. They simplify things for their players. These people with these, man, you messing up folks' careers, man.
Yeah, because I think about Terrell Pryor. I thought Terrell Pryor was a great, exceptional athlete. Man. I thought he could play quarterback, but when he played for the Raiders, man, he was doing it. I think he won. He went on the winning streak. Yeah, all of a sudden they're like, we move you to receiver.
And he was like, why?
Tom Cable was the coach, I think.
Right. I was shocked. I think he won like 3 or 4 games in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, nope, you ain't it. So it's just wild. All right. Where are we? The Colts beat the Texans 31-20. I'll let Flowers handle this game right here.
Not too much to say. It's what I pretty much predicted this past Friday. I told you that Stroud wasn't gonna be able to handle that front seven.
Nope.
Like they was after him the whole game. Like the front seven was stout, stuffed up the run. They got the Stroud turnovers offensively. I do want to talk about AR Anthony. I call him AR Anthony Richardson. Spectacular until he got hurt. I doubt he probably plays this week. Left with a concussion on a second touchdown run. Gardner came in, phenomenal job, great balance. Zach Moss, great on the ground.
Come on, Jonathan Taylor.
See, they waiting on you, boy. They waiting on you.
And look, if they can get JT back in the fold.
Y'all win the division.
Man, look. I said 6-11, and I gave us a 9-win ceiling, but I feel like we can go in this week and beat Baltimore, but we'll talk about that later on this week.
Right.
But man, as long as we stay healthy and keep growing up, look, the defense is fast. Kwity Paye, your guy Ekubon from San Francisco, he's been playing pretty good.
Yeah, wild man.
Wow, yes, he bull rushed the left tackle man and hit Stroud. It was a beautiful thing to see. But we just need to keep clicking and just keep building. It's good to just see a different kind of flow for with Shane Steichen. I try not to knock Frank Wright too much. I'll talk about him a little later, but it's just something different in the air with Shane being the coach and just seeing something different and fresh and a different offensive mindset that's with today's league. I feel like we can win any game, honestly.
Yep.
But time will tell. And AR is doing great. Still needs to grow, but he's way ahead. He's way ahead of what I thought he could be early. Like he's showing a lot of things as far as like just one example, and I'll move on. He tried to hit. It was either Granson or one of the tight ends in the middle of the field. It was an anticipation throw, and for him just to sit and the ball, and when that ball is there before that guy turns around, for him to be that young and to understand that concept, tells me a lot. And he's exciting to see, man. So look, each week I'll be happy to see him, but it was a great win.
So AR was the second QB ever to have 3 rushing touchdowns through his first 2 games. The person who's first is Dante Culpepper. Everybody get your roll on.
Get your roll on.
Yeah. So the Colts come out with a victory. I forgot to mention this during the Cardinals and Giants game that Buda Baker was placed on IR. So there you go. Buda Baker's out. All right. RC, it's your turn. 49ers beat the Rams 30-23. Cam Akers, they saying that he's on the trading block. There was a report that came out that he's been on the trade market since last season, but nothing materialized. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with Cam Akers.
Somebody will get a good running back.
The 49 RC, what you see from the 49ers in this game?
Well, it's a rivalry game. We done beat these guys. I think it's now up to 12 straight regular season games. So each time it gets a little tougher. I had a guy call me and said, "Man, what's wrong with y'all? Ain't nothing wrong with us. It's a rivalry game." Like if you watch the football game, if you actually watch the football game and start watching the highlights, Purdy missed 2 wide open touchdown passes. One to Ayuk sideline and one up to Debo wide open. I'm gonna explain something to you, man. I believe that Kyle Shanahan is probably one of the most creative offensive coordinators I've ever seen. But what do that mean? Absolutely nothing. Because I feel like he running Christian McCaffrey. You know how many carries he gave the backup running back? 0. And there was a play.
Eli Mitchell didn't have no carries?
None. There was a play in the game where McCaffrey's going down the sideline. You know, that artificial turf, it don't give. And his foot got caught up in the ground and his leg gave. But McCaffrey's so freaking strong, he survived it. Kyle Shanahan gets that new toy, he plays with it to death. I'm talking about he be spinning, he got the paint coming off that moment. I'm like, get somebody else in there. But the Rams play competitive, but Stafford is the 12th man. But I will give McVay his props. Do know how to get anybody involved. That Puka Nua guy gonna be the next second coming of Cooper Kupp, but he's going to the hospital because he the only person getting the ball, bro. And he injured. He was injured coming into the game with cracked rib. So it's like it was a weird game, but I knew the ending because I know Matthew Stafford. He just forces the ball to one guy.
Right. He threw an interception in the 3rd and another interception in the 4th. So the interception in the 4th will seal the deal for y'all. All right. The Giants came storming back, beat the Cardinals 31-28. And as y'all heard, Saquon Barkley, he out for 3 weeks with an ankle sprain. Flowers, are you still have questions about this Giants team?
I got a plethora of questions because I'm not about to give them no credit for winning this game because they shouldn't even been in this damn direction. Because I was watching this game and I'm sitting here watching. Look, it was the 3rd quarter and the Cardinals were up, and I'm just looking like, damn, what is really going on? And I turn it, and then I come back. I see the Giants won. So the first thing that I thought of, the Cardinals must have thought, shit, we're not supposed to be winning this goddamn game.
That's it.
Let's
he
slow
got
down.
the call from the owner. Hey, what y'all doing down there?
Yeah,
look,
that's it.
The way James Conner was carving them up just on the ground alone, there's no way in hell the Giants just buffed up that quick. And just all of a sudden, Dan Jones just turns into Superman, and they come back. They had this great 3rd and 4th quarter comeback. Look, the Cardinals threw this game, in my opinion. But what do I know?
Right. It was like they sold, huh?
They
sold big time. Yeah, the Giants are in trouble, especially without Barkley. RC live fans are grumbling about Daniel Jones. You think they should pipe down, or they have a legit complaint?
They have a legit. Listen, I'm with my guy Flowers. I'm with him when he right. He right. Somebody called down there and said, "Hey, y'all better tighten y'all ass up." Somebody called down and said, "Hey, Cardinals, we ain't Cardinals no more. We're little red birds. Y'all playing like Cardinals. Y'all the red birds. You might want to pipe down." That's what because listen, when I was looking at the first half of it, the Giants couldn't move they couldn't do nothing right. And it's crazy though. They couldn't stop the run like Flowers said. Daniel Jones couldn't hit the broad side of a barn. And then all of a sudden, he turns into Joe Montana. He's turned into Steve Young. No, bro. And then they play on Thursday night against the 49ers. They can't stop the run against the Arizona Cardinals. They damn sure ain't gonna stop the run against us. But
and then how they gonna move? Then how they gonna move the ball too? They don't have no safe.
They got a bigger issue there too. They might have the worst offensive line in football.
And their defense too. Now their defense, they took a step back from what they were doing last year.
Zach Ertz was killing them. I was like, Josh Dobbs looked like he could be started.
Joshua Dobbs, they let a guy with no eyebrows balling on like that.
That man got alopecia, man. Stop that, man.
So you know what I'm saying? Like they doing that thing out there. Joshua Dobbs, hey, he trying to make a statement like, hey, I need to be starting for this team.
He trying to be like Geno Smith.
Right.
So Cowboys beat the Jets 30-10. RC, I'm gonna go back to you. Is it all Zach Wilson fault? Hold on, let me read you this one quote before you answer that. Breece Hall came out and said, I only got 4 touches. That's why we struggled. So is it all on Zach Wilson or what's going on here?
Nathaniel Hackett. Listen, he was brought there for Aaron Rodgers. There's no more Aaron Rodgers. He need to go right out the door behind Aaron Rodgers because he don't know what the hell he's doing. First of all, man, this is another situation where you got a defensive-minded head coach coaching a top pick, a number 1 pick quarterback that just don't mesh with what they want to do. When you got a Mike Dicker, you got to have a Jim McMahon. See what I'm saying? So you're gonna have a defensive-minded quarterback. You got to have a coach a quarterback that's gonna game manage. This kid need to be allowed to play free. Need to be playing to his strengths. He got talent around him, but then guess what? The Jets, who's bringing in more and more defensive players and paying them, got to get an offensive line. Like, bro, it was on a matter of time. I wish you find a tape where I said Aaron Rodgers won't make it through the year. Something he gonna get. We're gonna be able to carry them, and that's what Zach Wilson's been asked to do with this damn thing tied around his head like a Karate Kid. He out there running for his damn life. And you know what's even sadder than that, man, is he gonna get blamed because he's coming behind a really, really good quarterback that they feel like they could have saved them or could have, even though the offensive line was bad, Rodgers would have been able to win a few games. But it's bigger than this kid. It's Robert Saleh. Defensive-minded ass. It's Robert Saleh.
Right. What's up? The sports podcast. Randy, he's in the chat. He said, Kyler Murray to the Jets. Now that'd be interesting right there.
Offensive lineman to the Jets, everybody.
Hey, in the draft, they did go offensive lineman 1 through 7. Then Randy also said Wilson gonna stay as number 1. I believe so too. I think he gonna stay number 1. It as Breece Hall said, come on, man. He only had 4 touches. I think in the second half. I believe it was the second half what he's talking about. You gotta run the ball. Dalvin Cook don't look explosive. Dalvin Cook don't look the same. So why not lean on Breece Hall is good and ready?
But they were throwing the ball because they were down.
Yeah, but I'm saying before that, when they was in the game, it was like, early.
Yeah.
Early in the game, they were throwing it when they should have been running with Breece Hall, but they for some reason like let's run with Dalvin. Yeah. You know, like why y'all running with Dalvin? Breece Hall is the workhorse.
Nathaniel Hackett.
So Flowers. Cowboys, they number 1 team in the world, they the Super Bowl contender.
It's early. It's too early to be like they're the number 1 team in the league when they haven't played anybody. I don't take anything away from the
shots
defense.
fired, Cowboys fans.
Ain't no shots fired. No. I'm about to give the defense true recognition because the defense is phenomenal. Look,
it is.
I picked the Cowboys, but I changed my mind because I thought that Saleh and Nathaniel Hackett would have been smart enough to know their boundaries. Like, why is Breece Hall and Big Brother Cook and Big Brother Dalvin Cook, have 10 carries combined? Maybe. Definitely not 15, but there's no way in hell Zach Wilson should have been in this game throwing the ball off 25 times. And they put him in the worst situations. And I know the Jets also, the defense didn't really play like a top 5 defense like they were claimed to be. I know Sauce Gardner, made a big ordeal on Twitter before he deleted it or whatever, saying that Lamb only had 1 catch. See, I'm the kind of person, you can't sit up here and proclaim yourself to be the number 1 corner in the league when you're only playing one side. Go follow CeeDee Lamb. Because if you take CeeDee Lamb out the game, which we thought that the Jets would have tried to do, like the game would have been a little more close because other than CeeDee Lamb beating the downfield going off, what else did the Dallas Cowboys have? Nothing. Let's be real here.
I'm not gonna beat my chest or anything. I'm a Saints fan, but Marshawn, he travels. I always feel like if you're the best corner, you travel. It's not about one side of the field. I feel if that's the best player on the team, you guard him the whole game. That's what I always thought as best corners, what you do. Like Randy Moss and Darrelle Revis. Revis followed Randy wherever he went to. That's what you do.
But you gotta understand.
Richard Sherman gonna say otherwise, but that's why I always feel like the best corners do.
The one thing Robert Saleh, DeMeco Ryans, and those Seattle Seahawks, because that's all they're doing is copying what Seattle did with the Legion of Boom, with that cover 2, cover 3, making you work your way down the field.
Keep everything in front of you.
The issue they have with that is, man, it's like, to me, I'm like you guys, you're not really a lockdown corner if you stay on that side. And to me, I feel like they stay true to it. That's why I'm glad we went from that to Wilkes, because Wilkes will blitz a corner, he will blitz a safety, he would do different things.
You mix it up.
You keep trying to recreate the Legion of Boom, and that's why their defensive line is tired and gassed because you're relying so much on this. They're on the field a lot. That's why they didn't play like a top 5 defense, because they was on the field a lot. But
it was a lot of 3 and outs.
Not the best corner in the league. You're not
short fields.
Not the best corner in the league.
Breece Hall 4 carries, Dalvin Cook 4 carries, Zach Wilson 5 carries.
So he did have Zach Wilson had more carries than I ain't gone.
That's
Nathaniel Hackett.
I know it. Nathaniel Hackett. Like Breece Hall should have had 15 carries. Dalvin Cook should have had 12 carries. Michael Carter should have had 8 carries. Damn it, they should have ran the ball about 45 damn times.
But look, isn't it crazy that you get fired mid-season, right? From the Broncos. Did he get fired mid-season?
Yeah.
Did he get fired?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it was like late. It was kind of late.
Okay. You get fired.
Mid-season.
Okay, you get fired later on in the year because you had to bring in a guy off the street to help you, coach. Yep. Then you get an offensive coaching, offensive coordinator job to be demoted back down to go coach Aaron Rodgers because you know Aaron Rodgers. But I'm starting to question if this guy could really do the job. Just like Levante David was talking about the Bears OC, where they ran the same play 3 straight times.
Hey, get that high school stuff out of here. As a defender, Flowers, you play D-line. What's going through your head? You see the same play 3 times.
I know exactly how I'm about to beat this guard in front of me if they're doing the same thing. Or if I can't get to him, I'm sticking my hands up. That's number 2.
Right.
You can't run the same play on Madden suck, but you can't keep running the same play. Like this my issue too, y'all. We start questioning these OCs and DCs because we put it on the players, but who put them in the position?
Yes, the coaches are putting them in the position. Because look, we can sit there and talk about Nathaniel Hackett too, but goddamn it, Saleh got to take some blame too, because Saleh could have easily said,
let that junk happen.
Hey, Nathaniel, run the damn ball, man. Stop.
You too busy over there celebrating.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why didn't Robert check him? Like, hey man, Brees Hall only have 4 carries. What's up with that? Let's get this ball running.
Y'all know what I say. Y'all know what I say. I hate to say it. I hate to bring you into the equation as well. But the defensive coordinator being the head coach is a bad look in this league, man.
You would think they'd be smarter though, see, because if I was a defensive coordinator as a head coach, okay, look, put me in the Jets and the Dallas game. If I'm the head coach, I am trying to ugly this game up as much as possible. I want this to be an ugly ass game. I'm talking about just the clock running, we running the ball. You got Garrett Wilson.
Hard hitting.
Garrett Wilson should have probably had 2 touchdowns in this game. Like, you got Garrett Wilson, man. If I'm wearing Dallas down, because if Michael Parsons can't run at me, if I can run at them and wear them down, I can fake that play action in the belly and hit Garrett Wilson over the top of coming across, man. Like, it's there. It's there, but they don't know what the hell they're doing.
What's the strength of the Dallas Cowboys defense? What's the strength?
That D-line.
Okay, and that D-line like to do what?
Run at you. They like to get after you.
They like to pass rush you. They like to get after you. When we played them the last 2 years, we ran the ball at Michael Parsons did nothing. Because you know why?
Yeah, y'all ran. It was so funny. He was in the backfield. Y'all running like up way from where he left off.
Also, here's the thing. They're not great at stopping the run. But they can stop the run. Seattle wasn't. So you got to think about Dan Quinn is another one of them damn Seattle Seahawks. They run the same defense. They want to get first. They want you in 3rd and long so that Parsons can peel his hair back and get after your ass. But as long as you running the ball, and they hit it with the play action, because they're gonna give you an opportunity to get a shot down the field, you got to be able to hit it. And I think with Robert Saleh, there's no difference between Robert Saleh and Dan Quinn. It's just one guy had a available quarterback. A guy that wasn't injured, because I believe if Rodgers is there, it's a better game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to just leave it on this note. Sauce can't really talk. He had a pick 6 and he dropped it. So
dropped it.
Yep.
He only can blame himself for not, putting 6 points on the board. All right, the Commanders, man, they beat the Broncos 35-33. I won't say it again, Russ. It's time for you to be a stay-home dad. Let you cook at home.
It ain't Russ.
Yeah, I know it's not Russ, but it's just man, they get it going in the first half, then all of a sudden they can't move the ball anymore. Flowers. Is the Broncos ever gonna figure it all out, put it all together?
I want to piggyback off what you said as far as, like I said, they looked good in the first half, but in the second half they just fell apart. You gotta think about it. What, the first 15 to 20 plays are scripted. So Russell Wilson looks great, in the beginning of the game when everything is scripted, against the defenses, but on the fly it's not the same. And when Washington had a chance to get out those, that scripted area as far as the first, second quarter, you see they started to dominate. Because I was looking like, man, I didn't understand how in the world Denver just honestly let Washington, especially in the fourth quarter, just come back and just take over the game. But if you honestly look at it, they sacked Russ 7 times. Like, the defense is playing great. He fumbled.
He had a fumble. Yeah, he threw an interception. And his own 50.
So that goes to show you the defense of Washington. They're advertising what we thought they could be and what they are. We've always said they're a sleeping giant. We also have to give Airbnb some credit because Sam Howell looked pretty good.
They did.
This game, and they're giving the ball to Robinson Jr. and company. They're toting the ball.
Robinson Jr. That's the boy right there.
He's on my bench.
That boy right there. Oh my word. All right, see what I know you have words to say to Sean Payton and the Broncos.
I want to talk to Flowers, man. Let me get Robinson off your bench, cut. I got Damian Pierce over there doing nothing.
I know him, man.
So this is my thing for Sean Payton. He goes in that category with Nathaniel Hackett, not because of the play calls. I'm sorry, Sean Payton don't do you like that. That's messed up.
Come on.
No, you don't. My issue with Sean Payton is I don't think Russ is the quarterback for what he want to do. I think that Russ probably won't be there. You'll probably see Taysom Hill. Because that's what the guy trying to recreate over there. He want to be the New Orleans Broncos.
It's the Broncos Saints, man.
He want to be the New Orleans Broncos so bad. But he didn't realize same thing John Gruden had to realize when he left Tampa Bay, and he come back to Oakland, and he came back to football and wanted to coach. It's changed a lot. It's changing. Instead of evolving, it's changing. Drew Brees is not coming back in that locker room. So you need to cater to what Russ like to do. You scripted them first 15, he looked good. Well, then guess what? Whoever said you can't have 15 more after that? Whoever said you can't have something? Well, you know what? We're gonna stay with these.
Go in. I got 15. 15 to match on my play sheet. So hey,
but why we can't go back through that 15 and not run the same place in the same order, but keep giving him what he like to do. My issue with Sean Payton and John Gruden and Mike McCarthy and even Mike Tomlin. Right. They're not really evolving with the times in football. You still trying to run what you ran in 2010 to win the Super Bowl. You're kicking the onside kick. You're doing all this stuff. You're in Denver. Okay? You're in Denver. And if you don't start winning football games, you're going to more and more look like, squint your eyes. He's going to start looking like John Gruden. Watch. He's going to start looking like John Gruden.
You know what's so weird, though? Did y'all know that Lil Jordan Humphreys played for the Broncos? And he's starting. I think he's the third or fourth receiver or something like that. He was the receiver for the Saints. I was like, come on.
He can help. You got to think about it, though. He bring people in like that to help other people learn.
He traded for Adam Trotman. He traded for Will Lutz.
Guess what?
Well, I told you why they got Lutz, though.
Yeah.
Because that was a cap thing.
Get ready for an alternate jersey. An all-black Bronco jersey coming pretty soon because he wants to recreate what he did. Squinch, bro, listen, I'm not making this up. Andy Reid reinvented the Eagles in Kansas City. Them guys like that, they don't change much. Only difference is Andy Reid is a more cool, laid-back guy. Andy's like he's a free spirit. He is the Phil Jackson of the NFL. Probably smoke marijuana with his players. They probably go out, with no shirt on the plane. So, but Sean Payton is a disciplinarian. He's more from the Bill Parcells era of football. So he gonna stay the same.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this stat. Russell Wilson led the Broncos in rushing yards with 56.
Running for his life.
6 rushes for 56 yards. So yeah. I tell you all you need to know. All right. The Dolphins beat the Patriots 24-17. Belichick is 0-5 versus Tua. Flowers, what about them Dolphins?
What about them? See, Tua in my first mind, we were picking games about a month ago. I was all on the Dolphins this past summer. You thought I was crazy.
Yep.
Hey, what's this week 2?
MVP.
I'll come back at week 7 or 8 and see what happened.
As long as Tua is right and healthy, they are going to be a hard commodity.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that in the Patriots defensively, man. They're pretty good. Like they, in my opinion, they kept that. That's probably one of the few teams this year you're going to see that's going to hold, Tua and company to be. I don't want to say mid, but let's say on a scale from 1 to 10 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because go ahead.
Oh yeah, because the Patriots they held them in check. They kept the big plays down. They kept everything in front of them. Except that Raheem Mostert.
Yeah,
he got loose a couple of times.
You gotta give the Dolphins credit for that though, because McDaniel is smart enough to mix in the power run. With what he can do with Tyreek Hill and company. And I also want to shout out on the Patriots end real quick. I want to shout out that Gonzalez kid, that corner man.
Christian Gonzalez, yeah.
Christian Gonzalez. That kid did a phenomenal job covering Waddle and Tyreek Hill, man. I got to give that kid some credit, man. He did a spectacular job.
They need never wear them damn uniforms again. Take them Brady's off. Brady's gone, bro. They need to realize. Bro, I seen this thing where it's this picture of the guy from Waterboy, the coach that was scared. Remember the coach on the opposite sideline? And they said it's Belichick in this corner, and then it starts fading into that guy. Since Brady's been gone, he's turning into that guy. Bro, I'm telling you, man, they might not have another winning season to Belichick's out there, because he's another one stuck in his way.
That's true.
Right. It just, man, I know he split from his longtime girlfriend after 15 years. he was like, "Hey, it's football. Football come first." So,
no,
like, dang, Bill, after 15 years, you ain't put a ring on that.
He's too busy, man.
He's so used to winning.
Yep.
Right.
Just to look at her probably pisses him off. Anything pisses him off. What am I doing wrong? Just go. Just go. Because he's
watch the
used to
dishes
winning,
right,
bro. He's used to winning. This is hard for him, probably.
You want to know what one thing he could do that could help them that he doesn't want to do? He just needs to coach and stop trying to be GM and everything else. He just needs to coach. Get a GM that can help you draft players, because obviously you can't draft a wide receiver to save your damn life.
Or quarterback.
Right. He need to just go out there and free agency, and just like when they brought in Randy Moss and some of the other guys, you just gotta go out there and get the playmakers.
Think about all the money he spent on the offense the past 4 years.
The O-line. He loves his O-line.
But think about it. He didn't spend money on Devontae Parker. He brought Juju in. You don't even see him.
Mike Gesicki.
Gesicki's there now. You got Hunter Henry. You had the other tight end.
Jonah Smith was there for a while.
They can't figure it out, man.
Bro, it's the same thing. We're watching the end of an era, of a dynasty, of a great coach.
Slowly.
We're watching the dinosaurs leave the planet. Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll, they just can't keep up. You brought Bill O'Brien back to New England.
Why not bring somebody younger and fresh?
Because he doesn't want anybody to defy him. Think about it. Bill is a man of order. He doesn't want anybody that's going to have input over him or maybe a suggestion. It's too much Bill. Like you said, it's too much of what he wants to do, and that's the problem.
It was some coordinator he was beefing with for a while. I don't know, it was Romeo Cornell. It was one of them guys. Charlie Rice?
Charlie Rice.
He ran off.
He
ran off. He ran off one of the coordinators, man. They just couldn't see eye to eye. And he dipped. But all right, the Saints beat the Panthers 20-17. I know RC is giving me flack about Derek Carr. Well,
I was just picking with you, man. I like picking with you because you always like dissing our quarterbacks, and then yours go out there.
Yours go out there. I'll just say this, man. I'll break down this Saints game. I was very disappointed in this Saints team. They haven't figured it out yet. I don't know where to begin because it's a number of things they need to fix. I guess I'll start with the red zone offense. I believe they went 1 from 6 over the past 2 games. And that's unacceptable. If you get that close down to the goal line, you have too many stars on the offense not to score the ball. So I land this on Pete Carmichael. Like, what are you doing to try to get these guys open? Are you running some type of pit plays, trio sets, jet sweeps, or something to get the ball to the end zone? Because that's what keeping these games close. We was in the Panthers red zone, and we had to go for 2 field goals just because we couldn't make the touchdown. So if we clean that up, these games are going to be a blowout for us because we are scoring touchdowns and other teams are kicking field goals. So we have to figure it out, especially when we're playing against better teams. If we make the playoffs, we got to score touchdowns versus the 49ers, versus the Cowboys, versus the Lions. They make it. Right? So I thought Pete Carmichael figured it all out. He's like, he still got some things to work out. And the O-line play. Derek Carr can't continue to get hit like this. I think the Panthers had 4 sacks on the day. I ain't even see the pressure rate. I know we don't have Kamara. I know Jamal Williams was out doing his Carter B dance. RC claimed that's what did it. I don't know. You did make a good point. Ain't gonna lie. That's why I ain't say nothing in the group chat. That was a pretty good point. I was like, yeah.
Bro, we told you about Jamal Williams the first press conference. Then they showed him walking by.
Right.
Like Jamal Williams is a clown, bro. But the Saints gonna be fine.
Yeah, I feel like in order to beat y'all, we have to clean up the O-line play, and we have to score touchdowns. No ifs, buts about it. In order to be a great team, you have to score touchdowns in the red zone. So hopefully we can figure that out. Flowers, Bryce Young, Are they gonna get this young man killed?
Yep. Frank Wright gonna get this man killed, man. I see it now. And I hope that's not the case, but the Carolina Panthers messed up. And I understand they wanted Bryce, but the one thing Bryce needs is in Chicago right now. And that's DJ Moore. He needs somebody that can stretch the field because they have nobody that can stretch the field. And
Saints were not worried.
No, the Saints were not worried. I mean, you can't throw 30. You can't have 33 attempts and 39 total yards. 153. You can include the sacks, but I just feel like Bryce Young needs a lot to be able to really see his full potential. He has it. He has all the attributes. He has all the traits. He can make every throw. But if the kid can't sit back there and throw with confidence instead of running around the whole night, trying to implement Frank Wright's born-ass system that I've seen for the past 5 years.
Right.
I feel for the kid, man, because they don't have a lot in Carolina, and then they don't have a first-round draft pick. So how are you gonna give Bryce Young some help? That's my big question.
Yeah, I felt kind of bad for Bryce, man. He was just trying to hold it all together. Like he just out there surviving. Because these teams, they saw the Falcons, they got them. And then he like, dang, I got to see the Saints too. And the Saints, man, it seemed like every play he was being engulfed and by the D lineman. Like it was coming from up the gut, from his side. And he got wise and he's like, bumping, I'm just start running. And he had a couple of nice runs against the guy. He was like, I can't stand back here and throw it. So I'm just let him come upfield, pass rush. I'm just hit them rushing lanes and just run for a couple more yards, guys. He said, I can't throw the football.
There's two teams in the NFC South. Sorry for cutting you off, but there's two teams in the NFC South that did Bryce Young a disservice. He will fit perfectly with them. He need to be on veteran-led teams where he can play. That's the damn Buccaneers and the damn Falcons. The Falcons should have went up in the draft instead of drafting a freaking running back and draft this kid because they're not even going to use Bijan Robinson like they're supposed to.
They're not using him at
all. But can you imagine Bryce Young with Kyle Pitts and Drake London? That's the perfect team for him. You can't. That's why I said it goes back to these GMs who want to get a quarterback and ask him to be Captain Save-A-Hole. Like, dude, he can't do it. You got Adam Thielen, possession receiver. You got LaBiscuit Chenault. That's a poor man's Debo Samuel. Like, come on, man. You got to get this kid. This kid should have been in Atlanta, bro. If in Atlanta, we got more. If he was in Atlanta right now.
Right. Good offensive line, good run game, and some weapons to throw.
Panthers don't have none.
But because Atlanta can't draft, the Buccaneers was in cap hill because of Brady. He landed with the damn Carolina Panthers. And in the back of the end zone, they got a Panther back there. His eyes. That motherfucker eyes exploded.
It's sad. I know the Panthers. I thought the Panthers were gonna be better than Falcons just because of the Panthers defense. But man, it's brutal out there for Bryce. I'll just leave y'all with these two Saints stats. Derek Carr record when his team scores fewer than 21 points when he was with the Raiders. He was 7-62. Now, since he's with the Saints, they are 2-0.
You know what the difference? He has a defense.
Yeah, right.
You can have a bad game and they'll save his ass. But I want to tell you something about Derek Carr. Got some of the best cleats in the National Football League. That
got some Jordan ones.
That dude cleat game, Jordan game is on them ones he had on last night. I was like, man, he was clean out there. He was doing
I wish I would have been making them when I was playing.
Right. Yeah, because you can get them on Nike website. I think you can customize them. Cause my son, he came to me, he wanted something. I'm like,
$200.
I ain't paying that much. I ain't paying that for you. You better get a scholarship, then we come talk. So let's move on to the last game. Browns lose to the Steelers 22-26. RC, do you miss the old Deshaun, the one that visit massage parlors? Because that's the one they need to come back.
Or before the massage parlor.
The issue with Deshaun Watson, he took the money because he probably was scared he was never going to get paid again. He probably was seeing his football life pass before his eyes. He went to a place where nobody had won. He went to the last quarterback to win there was Baker. Baker got him to the playoffs. But other than that, No, they got a graveyard of quarterbacks in Cleveland. You can go look at it. Johnny Manziel, he didn't prepare himself in practice because he knew it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna matter any damn way.
Ain't gonna
They ain't never
last.
had no. So this is my thing with Deshaun Watson, man. He another one that screwed up because Atlanta, Tampa Bay, New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
He could have been in a better situation, but you took the
Yeah.
money. See what I'm saying? And I believe in my mind, bro, he's a better talent. It's just Cleveland has just been traditionally bad, man. Like
For quarterback.
Cursed.
I really believe the only person that could ever. That's why LeBron, what he did with Cleveland basketball was amazing because it's something over there. What happened there? Do we have some something? A bunch of folks get killed over there. We don't know nothing about. What happened
telling
in
you,
that
back in
city?
the day,
Indian burial ground, RC.
Man, somebody put a spell on them because they can't get right. They can't get right, man. So it ain't Deshaun, man. Look what happened to Chubb last night.
RC
Listen.
is Deshaun.
Listen, bro. What happened to Chubb in Cleveland? Right. Like that dude might have to have his leg amputated. Have y'all heard about this?
What?
That tendon behind the leg, I think it's a tendon or it's a nerve or something has ruptured behind his leg. And it could be career ending. It could be amputation. There was a lot of things they were throwing out about that man's leg. That man, your leg, you're standing straight up and your leg goes sideways. Like,
yeah. I heard somebody like say underneath the IG post that, man, that could be a career-ending injury. I hate that for him too.
Yeah.
Especially, and I heard that's the same knee he injured before.
It is.
Yeah. The dude shouldn't have hit him in his leg like that, man. It's like
people it was late too. It was late.
I heard Deion say this earlier about Travis Hunter getting hit in the stump, hitting the reeds like a football play. You don't think the guy was dirty, but man, listen, I know what you're saying, Deion. But when you see this guy and you went for this guy's leg, it's a brotherhood, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
preach.
There we go. Preach. Say it again, RC. They cut you off.
I just feel like you shouldn't. It's a brotherhood. That's anybody that plays sports. You just don't do that. You just don't do that, man.
Let me piggyback off that real quick because I felt the same way when I seen that. Because when I played with malicious intent, but not the intent to like literally try to hurt somebody. I feel like players don't look out for other players on any level. You honestly have to look out for people. You play hard and have malicious intent within the whistle, but in some situations like that one last night, Minkah Fitzpatrick didn't have to come in 20 miles an hour on that man's legs. Man. He didn't have to do that. And that's reckless. It's too much recklessness out.
Yeah, somebody say he thought you still up. Somebody mentioned that that's why Minkah came in like that.
But he should have went high. He could have went in the thigh area. Oh,
real shoulder pad area. Mm-hmm. Anything but your money makers, your legs. How would Minkah feel if somebody, if a lineman blocked him, undercut him, and took his leg out like that, But I'm not trying to play the blame game, but I just feel like there's just too much recklessness going on these NFL and college fields. I understand, you're trying to feed your family and improve this and that, but we and they can do a better job of taking care of each other and themselves when they're on that football field.
Yep. Right. I totally agree. It's just, I hate to see stuff like this, especially to like somebody that work as hard as Nick Chubb. He never complain about anything. He just get to work.
Yep. Oh, that's it. I don't think Chubb will be back. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely not to himself.
Yeah. I heard they brought in Kareem Hunt into the office, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen there. Flowers, the Steelers, are they back? Did you like what you saw from them last night?
Defensively, yes. Offensively, no. I think it's pretty much obvious now what's the problem with the Steelers, and it's the offense, direction of the offense. Matt Canada, I say, he was decent in college, not good in NFL. I just think that the Pittsburgh Steelers have too much talent to be so mediocre. The offensive line hasn't been good, in my opinion, in about 5-6 years now. Like when they had Le'Veon, they used to have a good offensive line. When they had the Castro, Ramon Foster, and these other pieces. You know, I can go. We can go back to then with Fanica, the Pouncey.
They always had good old linemen.
Villanueva. I can go on and on. They always had a good offensive line and a run game. This is not the same Steelers that I'm used to seeing, because the Steelers I'm used to seeing, they play great defense. That's one part of
trenches.
But the other part of it was run the damn ball. All right, they're not doing that. They haven't done that consistently in past 5 years. So we can sit up here and talk about defense won, but let's be real here. They go up against somebody more inferior to them offensively, they're going to lose. You're going to get somebody like Deshaun Watson that's going to struggle, and they lose their best player. And the Jerome Ford kid did fine, but Nick Chubb was averaging 6 yards a carry before he got hurt. So,
jeez,
they would have won the game if Chubb would been healthy. But I feel like it's time to criticize Deshaun Watson. He had 3-4 turnovers last night. Should have got kicked out the game, pushing the ref, poking people.
He said he was trying to talk to. He said he tried to talk. He was trying to talk to the ref. Like, no, you showed the ref.
You showed the ref.
He's like, get your.
You poking people in the eye and everything else. Putting your hands through face masks. Lucky somebody didn't try to break your damn hand. Nobody's going to sit up there and feel sorry for Deshaun Watson when he loses. That's apparent. That's all I heard on the radio all day. That's a creepy guy. I don't care if he lost. Nobody feels sorry for Deshaun.
No,
he wanted to come out and prove his worth. Prove that you're worth $230 million because you're not.
Bro, I want to say this about Mike Tomlin. I've never criticized Mike Tomlin. Ever. It's time.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why it's time. Your whole claim to fame right now is that you have never had a losing season. Even if that means you finish 9-8, okay? But you're not making the playoffs. This is the freaking Pittsburgh Steelers, man. This is one of the top teams traditionally in the National Football League, and they look like a shell of themselves because they look like a team that you had in 2010 without the offensive line. Like, he haven't evolved either. He bringing his homeboys in there, people he'd be comfortable with. The Steelers used to have an attitude and an identity. I mean, defensively you do, but there you go. Another defensive-minded head coach. Your defense going to always be good. Offense going to always be a few steps behind. You got to get somebody in there that can coach offense, because it is very obvious that you have a plethora of talent, but you don't have no direction. Blind leading the blind. It's time, Tom, you got to step it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Kenny Pickett is into his second year,
running for his life.
Yep. But I mean, impersonating Tomlin. He gets to the podium. Guys fought hard. I'm gonna make up a word. Immaculate defense.
Splash play.
Everything is just. Everything sounds so buttoned up. He sounds so buttoned up, but it's not buttoned up, bro. They sucked last night.
Yep.
In the NFL, wrong for putting them 4 teams that played last night. You put them on Sunday because the way they play, it ain't entertaining. Like, I like the way they play defense. I like the way the Steelers play defense, just not on Monday night. I try to go to work in the morning.
Well, the Saints' problem was, like I said, they couldn't score the red zone. They got down there and they couldn't punch it in.
I didn't get to talk about y'all. I want to talk about y'all for a sec.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I see y'all problem. It's the same problem y'all had last year.
Mm-hmm.
You got a better quarterback, but it's the same problem, and the offensive line needs to tighten up. But y'all definitely need to establish some kind of form of run game, especially when Kamara comes back. Give the ball to Kamara, pass the ball to Kamara. Olave's great. I can see.
How much better is Carr than James Winston?
I feel like he's
better.
Head and shoulders. Yeah, I feel like he's head and shoulders better.
I'm gonna tell you why head and shoulders better. You can paint this picture of a great quarterback. He living off what could have been an MVP year, because Carr, they basically gave Carr away. Jameis, we've seen a year where Jameis threw for 5,000 yards. I don't think that Carr is just a world beater. He just smarter. See? Right. It's not that Jameis is dumb. It's just Jameis make bad decisions. I seen him play last night where, the offense was moving. I'm picking with you. But Carr ain't gonna beat him either. He ain't gonna do the dumb play, try to force off somewhere. He gonna play. He gonna be a game manager, and he can takes the top off the defense too. He can throw it down the field. That's the difference between Jameis and Carr. Carr ain't gonna beat you.
I feel like once we get Kamara back and Miller, our rookies, he start getting into rotation. I feel like it'll help out the O-line, and Derek Carr will look way better also because now Kamara is catching passes out the backfield. As you saw in the preseason, he hit Kamara a couple of times like that. So I think Kamara would definitely change up this offense going forward.
I like that Shaheem guy too. I like him.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed. Yeah, dude's a baller. I just want to leave with this Deshaun Watson stat before we go into stud and dud. Deshaun Watson, his first 8 games with the Browns, he's 137 from 239, 57 completion rate, 1,491 yards, 186 yards per game, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, pass rating of 76.
That counting last night might be 9-9.
Yeah, he threw 2 of them. So yeah, I don't think they'll count last night. So there you go. And he's getting paid $184 million guaranteed.
Top 5 quarterback money, bottom quarter. I think the only quarterback that's better than him this year, or that he's better than this year, is Zach Wilson. Like in QBR.
It's a bad fit.
Right. Did y'all want to hear Pro Football grades for the quarterbacks? Top 5 and bottom 5.
Sure.
You want to hear those? All right. Top 5 quarterbacks coming in this week 2 matchups with Daniel Jones at 92, Ryan Tannehill at 92, Kirk Cousins at 83, Josh Allen at 82, Jared Goff at 82. Bottom 5 is Jimmy G. Oh shoot. Hold on, I hit something. Jimmy G, 61. Packers, Jordan Love, 59. Bears, Justin Fields, 52. Zach Wilson, 48. Desmond Ridder, 45. So that's their grades. Yeah, I was kind of surprised with Jordan Love grade. I knew he overthrew some receivers, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's move on. Let me make sure I don't have any news and notes.
You missed the game.
Oh, what game was that?
Jacksonville and Kansas City. Did we talk about that?
Yep, I skipped right over it. All right, Kansas City beat the Jazz 17-9. RC, Trevor Lawrence and the Jazz. Are you disappointed in them?
I'm glad I switched my pick. Remember, I was on that Jacksonville bandwagon. Hey, I'm glad I switched my pick. Is what I said. Why they trying to cut me off? You know, because the thing I realized in that game early, I told my cousin who was looking at it, I said, don't take the bait on Jacksonville. They getting turnovers, but they not scoring touchdowns, kicking freaking field goals. So I'm glad I changed my pick. They're going to be a middle of the road team. They still got a lot to figure out, but they better get right because the Colts can beat them easy. I can tell you, bro, Colts can win that division.
Flowers. Do the Chiefs? Oh, my bad. Let me go get the stat. Do the Chiefs have enough to get things done this year?
Yeah, they do. And I'm going to tell you right now, that defense is good.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is real good. They did a great job against Jacksonville. It's better than what you think, especially with Chris Jones back, man. He came up and showed out.
Right.
I think that's probably going to be a top 8 defense at the end of the year. They're young and fast. I'm telling you, like what they were second or third in sacks last year. That think about it, the only problem with Kansas City is they got to clean up a little bit of the offense, and that's not really a problem to them because you got Mahomes, you got Andy, you got Travis back, and everybody else will fall in line. So to say that the defense is leading the way early, and if they, of course, they're young, they keep getting better and better, and the offense falls into place, they're gonna be right back into the thick of it.
But look, man, this is something I did see in that game, and this is what's going to be their demise. It's now they don't have a Juju. Now they don't have a McCole Harvey. Now they don't have a Tyreek Hill. Like, you got to have that other guy. And, y'all, I'm telling you, them young receivers, they're going to be...
Scott Moore had a good day.
It's a hit or miss. I agree with you on
Got
that.
more.
They're gonna be inconsistent throughout the year. They're gonna be the reason why they lose in the playoffs because Mahomes can give them the ball. It's just can they make the play? That's a big stage. You always on a big stage with Mahomes. Let's see if they can make the plays. I don't think they're gonna be able to consistently do it when it counts.
Yeah, that's something to stay tuned into.
That's true.
All right. Before we move on to Stud and Dud, we are brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. The time is now. It's NFL season. We got college football. We have WNBA playoffs. Bet your money through Bet Us. Win big, so you can get ready for Christmas, get ready for your holidays coming up, or you can buy stuff for yourself. Either way, just use Bet Us.
I will be on Bet Us this week.
Yeah, we got to get right, fellas. We got to get real. We got to get some money back. This time.
I got a card going. I got a card going on right now, though. It's a little
something. Get the money back.
Yes.
I put a little $2 bet in just try to get some money back.
Yeah.
So it's still ongoing. I picked the Saints and Steelers. They won last night. So now I picked the 49ers game. I think I got a couple college games going. So we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, I think the payout's like $81. I just tried man, I need to get some more money. I didn't get it going. You know how you a shooter and you miss all your shots. Sometimes you just gotta get layup.
Feel good.
Just got in there and get
right.
So all right, let's go ahead and get into Stud and Dud of the week. All right, Stud and Dud of the week. Flowers, we'll start with you. Who your stud?
I'm going with a pair of Colts quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson and Gardner Minshew.
I ain't get Gardner Minshew, my bad.
It's okay.
I forgot about that. But then AR.
That's what everybody want to see.
For Stroud. Keeping is Richardson. And Anthony Richardson into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day.
That's the play he got his concussion on.
That's the one. Yeah, you see his head bounce.
Yeah.
That's the one. Mm-hmm.
RC, are you still there? Oh, there you go. What they doing to you over there? They interrogating you or something?
It's late.
All right, who your stud?
Hey man, it's my first time ever picking this dude. I should have picked him more last year, but Michael freaking Parsons, Michael Myers is what I call him. He a dog.
Yes, sir.
Let's see him.
The pounce. He gets off the ball as fast as anyone.
There he gets him. It is Parsons who decks him back at the 21.
That's easy money.
Off that stunt.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my goodness. The explosion off that stunt. That is amazing.
That is. He came flying off that line. All right, my stud is Josh Allen. He's back.
Second down and 10. Allen up. Caught. Touchdown.
Did y'all not see that throw under pressure? That was a laser. My goodness. That's why I'm so frustrated with Josh Allen, because we know he can do stuff like this. Then, as you saw from Jets game, just do boneheaded plays. He just got to get that, that rock head out of him, as my coach say. You got rocks in your head. You got rocks in your head, son. You need to get those out. Matter of fact, that's how Dustin got his nickname. He's called Rockhead. God, he's made some. Dustin made some terrible throws in basketball sometimes. Hey, I know you ain't gonna like that story. Like Dustin, to be so smart, you made some rockhead plays. All right. Flowers, who your dud?
Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love.
Yeah, he disappointed me, man. Let's see it. Come on, Jordan.
That's
what he was trying to do. What? Like,
it's a false start.
I was saying, like, he was trying to sneak it or what?
I don't know what he was trying to do.
Nobody.
his feet got caught up. Well, he tripped. I don't know what happened. So
that boy fell in the O-line.
That was hilarious.
Oh my goodness, Jordan. Come on, dog. All right, RC, who your dud?
The Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Redbirds. They threw that game, bro. They threw that game. It went from winning to lose. Yeah.
I might not have your dud.
It don't matter. Everybody know who they are. The Arizona Redbirds. They were up 1,000 points. They gave it back.
Dude, I think I forgot to upload it.
It's all right. We know what it is.
No, I have it right here. Hold on. I can transfer it over real quick. Ain't gonna take me long. All right, so my dud of the week is, let's see, can I pull it up? It's Deshaun Watson.
Of course. I
knew the eye gouge or the fumble.
Chubb splits out to the top of the screen. Quick throw and picked off. The deflection and intercepted by Highsmith. Touchdown. What a start.
Look,
so I know that's not terribly his fault.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm glad you pointed that out right there. I'm glad you, because that's gonna make my point when it comes to these quarterbacks. That to me, I feel like a combination that messes with your mental, bro. Like I make the right throw, dude, bob the pass. That's the first play of the game. What is like early in the game? Come on, bro.
Yeah,
he making some mistakes, but he ain't playing world beaters.
Tight end really didn't have no space. The rock concept kind of looked tight.
Yeah,
it was a hard catch. It was like it looked weird anyway.
Think about the position of Highsmith where he was and the DB and everything. Like there's too many people in that area for that route concept.
Them quarterbacks don't be calling the plays. Who is calling that play?
I don't know. Wasn't another receiver in the same area?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought so.
Everybody the receiver sat down and the tight end was on the out. So they're gashing. They're right in the intersection. So
if you look real close, you can see Mean Joe Green out there. Everybody was out there. Everybody was out there.
That's why it looked so weird to me, that play. I was like, I don't know. It was doomed from the start. All right. I see who your stud is again.
My dud is.
Your dud, my bad.
The freaking Arizona Redbirds. Like they trying to tank. They throwing the season.
Jones is gonna pass. Looking for Barkley. Diving to the pylon. In for the touchdown.
And that made it 21-28. And they should have all right, we gotta run the ball. They still need to score a touchdown.
3 points. I mean, this analytics is ruining.
Don't do it, L. Don't do it.
No, don't do it, L, man. Don't do it, man. I know that was tough, man. We thought about you last night when that happened.
I know, man. I was talking to L last night. Man, it'll be all right, L. You got Jerome Ford. But man, prayers up to Nick Chubb, man. Yep. I want to see the man come back fully healthy. Yep. I don't want to see his career injury, especially on the play like that, man.
Right.
You know, he's been beasting for the last couple seasons. So prayers up to him. All right, guys. Hell, man, we about to come to a close. You gotta catch us Friday with our game picks.
Zoom back and watch the show.
Yep.
Right. Thanks for dropping in though tonight, man. We really appreciate that. All right, guys. Anything else y'all want to bring up for the end of the show?
Big shout out to everybody that's supporting us, especially my family. Love you guys, and man, this is a good show. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep building on it.
Right. We have fun. We want y'all to have fun too. Oh yeah, Friday we move fan post to Friday. So y'all get y'all questions prepared for Friday and send them in, and let's have a good time. All right, L. See you Friday.
Peace.
See everybody Friday. Y'all have a good night. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe before y'all leave. Thank y'all.
Fam, you.
We are out of here.